Who knows you better than anyone else? You may think your mom or your sibling or your spouse, but no, the truth is nobody sees you like a roommate sees you.
Oh, boy,
yeah.
you're right. Even my old roommate probably knows more about me than my family.
Yeah, they know all your annoying little habits, your lazy tendencies, and what your soapy silhouette looks like through that shower curtain.
Wait,
whoa.
what?
Why are you
They've
there?
seen. That's why one of our listeners is so distraught, because he and his roommate became real close friends till everything suddenly changed on a random day 4 years ago. And he has never got the answers for what really happened on that day. That's why he's enlisted our help for a brand new closure call. We're going to get some answers coming up right after this. We've been doing closure calls for a while now, and most of the time when people need closure, it's from an ex-boyfriend or a family member.
Yeah, for sure.
Which I know in Brooke's case is sometimes the same thing. So a little confusing. But today,
dumb.
today's interesting because
Yeah.
I'd say not a lot of people feel like they need closure from a past roommate.
Oh, I could see that. I could totally see
Really?
that.
Still a
Yes.
relationship.
I mean, I try to avoid most of mine, but apparently that's what our listener Adam is looking for today, closure with one of his past roommates. So Adam, welcome to the show.
Hey, y'all. Thank you.
Is this person just a roommate? Because usually roommates are also your best friends and people that you love, and care about.
You know, he was just a roommate, and then we became really close buddies.
Yeah.
Got it.
yeah.
I moved into a house where I literally found it on Craigslist, didn't know anyone, and then we became best friends.
Well, I mean, that's the easiest way to be friends with somebody, and you know everything about them immediately.
yeah, if you live with somebody, oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it was with him. We became great friends really quickly.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Well, that's great. It's always nice to make a new
But
friend.
some friends you can't live with.
Yeah,
There's difference.
That's also true.
And because this is a closure call, how long has it been since you were roommates with this guy?
Like, he's not in the next room right now, is he?
No, I wish. He's not here. He has been gone for 4 years now.
Oh, wow.
Years.
4
Yeah.
years.
Wait, did he move out of your guys' place?
Yeah, so the way it all went down was things were cool, and all of a sudden, he just wasn't there.
What do you mean?
Whoa.
Like, in the middle of the night, he moved his stuff out, or what?
I would get home from work. I worked really early shifts, and I would get home around 2, 3 p.m., and he was there, always there, every single day.
Okay.
Showed up at home, the door's wide open.
What?
There's no note or anything. It kind of freaked me out.
What?
His cat was still there.
Wait, his cat? Your cat? Whose cat?
It was his cat. I mean, I love the cat. I was a cool roommate. I fed the cat, played
Cat
with the
liked
cat.
you too?
Was
Okay.
your roommate kidnapped and you never filed a report?
Yeah.
Because...
He's like, I just heard help from down the street,
Yeah.
and that was it.
That's what I thought. I was freaking out, and
Yeah.
I didn't call authorities or anything, and I waited a day or two. So I started asking around to different friends and families,
Yeah.
and they were told from him that he just didn't want to be my roommate anymore.
What? I thought you said that you guys were like good buddies.
We were great buddies. Dude, we had movie night.
Oh, man.
I
now
can't-
you don't have movie night anymore. This is a tragedy.
I can't get over him leaving the cat.
Yeah,
did he
that's
take
weird.
his Did he take his stuff when he left?
He took some stuff. He took like
Weird.
some of his clothes, but he left PlayStation. He left
the
like
place?
essentials.
Jose's
that's
most
good.
upset about the
Okay, he's
PlayStation
dead,
more
all
than
right?
the cat.
I'm sorry, but we got to give up. You know when he leaves the PlayStation.
I feel like it sounds like he left for a weekend trip and then was like, actually, this is nicer. I'm going to stay.
Yeah, he went to Hawaii and he's like, oh, I'm going to live here now.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that I wasn't perfect.
Sure.
There were things that ticked him off. I would eat his food sometimes.
Oh, you were that guy.
Well, did he label it?
Oh, no, and Jeff's
Jeff's that
Did he
guy.
label it as like
Everyone
his
knows
food,
that
not
Jeff
allowed to
would be
touch?
that guy.
There was no
Yeah.
label.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. You
Yeah.
got.
There's only 2 of you living there. You don't have to label it. If it's not yours, then it's his.
If you didn't want me to eat it, don't put it in our fridge.
okay.
It's a shared
You now.
space.
Here we go.
What, you're going to label each side of the couch now?
Remind me never to be a roommate with Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Thank God you got your own house.
So
finally.
wait, do you think he was mad at you? Because that's what you're kind of implying.
I mean, me eating some of his food every now and then or the other big one was that I hardly ever did dishes.
You didn't do your own dishes and you ate his food?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You still wouldn't leave your cat and move.
Yeah, it's not that dramatic.
I cleaned the cat's litter, and I held up my end of some of the bargain, and
Some of the bargain.
I could do more dishes if that was the issue.
But he never talked to you about it.
Yeah, it couldn't have just been about silly little things like that.
Yeah.
And I know it's kind of weird because he was just my roommate, and I know it was 4 years ago, but still, it is haunting me that this person would just up and go. And I really would love some closure. I would love to know what I did.
Huh.
Okay.
This is, I mean,
Right.
I want to know too.
Yes.
Yeah, so if our audience doesn't know or remember how this segment works, Adam does, obviously. Our producers have been working with him to track down his roommate, Roy, and we went to Roy's Instagram, actually.
Okay.
Our producer's been sending him a lot of messages, and Roy finally responded. We asked him if we could send him 4 questions from Adam.
Okay, and these are questions that Adam came up with our producer.
Yes, with help.
When you ask him that, do you say this doesn't count as one of the questions? Because
Yeah.
I would do that with like, is it 3 or 4 then?
He did agree to answer 4 brand new questions.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
And we got his responses ready right now.
Oh my God.
This could get a little bit intense for you, Adam. Are you ready for it?
Did you already read them? Do you already know what he said?
I haven't read them, no.
Then how do you know they're intense?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just guessing.
Producer probably has read them.
All right,
guys.
Jeff.
I don't know.
Then tell Jeff.
We're all going to read them together and find out what happened to your old roommate, Roy. Hopefully give you a little bit of finality on it when we do. What, Brooke?
Can I just ask, where's the cat now?
I was wondering that too.
I was thinking it.
If that's not in the questions that was asked, then we don't have an answer.
no,
never
he
did.
has it.
He has the cat.
Oh, okay.
The cat is sitting by my feet right now.
Okay,
Oh.
okay.
Sorry.
We're all got
All right.
cat
Just
closure.
needed to get animal welfare
Yeah.
out of the
Yeah.
way
We needed
before
our
we move on
closure
to the
first.
relationship.
We're on speakerphone, so if it's anything that would really hurt the cat's feelings.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, maybe earmuff that cat when we come back and do the rest of your closure call right after this.
Thank you.
If you're just joining us, we're in the middle of a closure call with Adam, who, just to recap, had a roommate named Roy. And 4 years ago, Adam came home to find Roy was gone,
Yes.
along with most of his belongings, left behind his cat and a video game system.
Dude, and they were friends. Like, it's so crazy. I am so invested in this.
He also left behind a bro.
Yeah, that's right, Jose.
No note or indication as to where Roy went. So Adam's been wondering for years, where did my buddy go and who's going to do my dishes now? Because Adam, you admitted there were certain things you did as a roommate that were not so good. Certain things were really good. But what was the overall dynamic between you and Roy?
If I were to paint a picture, we were jokesters together. There was a lot of laughter going on.
Oh, that's a good sign. Well, and it's so weird because the friends and the family all said that
Same
he
thing.
left because he didn't want to be roommates
Yeah,
with you.
so it was obviously planned a little bit.
Exactly. And before we get to these questions, that's the reason that Adam reached out to us in the first place, because hearing stuff like that must hurt.
Yeah.
And everybody said the same thing.
Dude.
I don't even want to accept that is what he said.
Oh,
Oh, you know him.
That's
okay,
fair.
you're
Like he wouldn't say that.
Huh.
All right, well, let's get right to it because we have the 4 questions that you sent to Roy. He has answered all 4 of them. Let's get to question
Jeff.
number 1. You said, "Hey, man, it's been almost 4 years. I still don't know why you moved out without telling me or leaving a note. I felt like we were great friends and I'd like some closure."
Okay.
Wow, that's
Not much of a question.
No,
That's more
not
of a
really.
statement
I was gonna
there,
say,
but,
we
I'm
got right
not
to
going to
the-
critique you.
That was the end? There's
Okay.
Yeah, there was no question. It's like, can you explain?
Yeah.
it's more of like a
Yeah.
statement.
So Roy responded. He wrote, "Really? You have no idea, Adam?
What?
Adam.
Okay, for starters, you stole my cat."
What?
What?
Oh, stole it.
What are you
He
talking
left the
about?
cat.
Yeah, you said that Roy left the cat. Is that not true?
Yeah. He left the cat here. What? That's it?
He says, "I was the one who brought the cat into the house and called him Paul. You changed his name to Fluffy Bottoms and even got his tag changed to reflect that."
That's kind of
On.
weird.
First of all, much better name.
What?
Fluffy Bottoms is a great name, and the cat liked it.
No.
No.
No. I think
Paul's kind of a good name.
Paul's
though.
actually pretty funny.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
if we're going to... I just can't believe you changed
I'm
your...
starting to switch to Team Roy right now.
Yes.
I can't believe that he would be holding a grudge for 4 years over the cat having an extra little pizzazz.
Well, there's
Pretty big deal.
There's more to his first answer. He also said you would keep him in your room at night, then lock your door and pretend to be asleep when I wanted to see Paul. So that's one example of your incredibly toxic behavior right there.
Oh.
Toxic. He dropped the word on you.
The cat wanted to sleep with me.
Okay.
Did it, bro? Or did you want the cat?
And everyone locks their door when they go to bed at night.
Listen,
Not when you
listen.
pets, you leave it cracked, actually, usually.
Yeah.
Open,
so they can leave.
We're not trying to attack you, but it sounds like you need to take a moment to take a deep breath and accept some.
Okay.
Self-reflect.
The
a little.
only person who could honestly answer that is his cat. And so we don't have
the cat on
time
the
to do a
phone.
whole questionnaire for the cats. We have to stick with the
darn
questions to
it.
Roy here. Let's go to number 2.
Oh, man.
It says, I know I wasn't the perfect roommate.
Okay, that's good. That's admitting some guilt there.
But if
taking
I-
responsibility.
If it was something I did when I lived with you, could you please give me a specific example
Oh,
that
well,
I could
God.
grow from?
He already did.
There's
I
going to
think.
be more?
Sure, but remember, when we write these, we don't have the answers back one at a
Yeah,
time.
okay.
We send them all in one mass email.
Good point.
Adam, are you ready to hear this? Because it didn't feel like you were ready to hear the cat napping
I know this is gonna
situation.
I will accept it. The cat threw me off. That threw me off.
I feel
Yeah, all of
optimistic
us.
about where this is going. So
Do
his
you?
response was, okay, you want more?
Oh,
okay.
What about Netflix Sundays when we would plan on watching a movie together every Sunday?
Yeah, movie night.
And then once we were a half hour in, you'd pause the film and tell me the ending.
what?
You thought it was hilarious and did that 10 times until I stopped watching movies with you.
No, bro.
Oh,
it's funny
man.
maybe once, maybe.
No, that's
Maybe.
not funny.
Well,
I am
sometimes
so offended.
sometimes it's better to spoil the ending so you don't suffer through a bad movie.
It's not even like he
Yeah.
did it before the movie started. You let the man get a half an hour into a film and then ruined it?
Okay, all right. I will say, and I'll say it calmly, that is fair. It's not worth losing a friendship over, okay? I may have told him the ending of Breaking Bad, but it was very funny.
Oh, I still don't know the ending of that, actually.
How many seasons into Breaking Bad were you before you ruined the end?
Wow. I mean, Brooke is really offended over the spoiling of
It's
movies.
the
Dude.
movies that triggered her.
I mean,
Dude, I'll tell you, there was one time when my husband ripped out the last 2 pages of a book I was invested in.
wow.
That's
That's
diabolical.
hysterical.
It's the
Oh,
same
he
thing.
likes that.
hysterical.
He
He
likes
said
that
that's
one. You're giving him ideas.
Maybe if you need a new roommate, Brooke's husband could be it.
But did Roy ever tell you that he didn't like that?
No, he did.
Yeah, Brooke, this is not a closure call for you and
Yeah.
like
upset.
the movie
Brooke
watching
needs
and
it.
book reading. This is for Adam with his old roommate, Roy. Remember.
Yeah, and it's not going well.
No,
What's the next
it's
question,
not.
Jeff? Get to
Yeah.
question 3.
Question number 3 that we sent
Yeah, I
to
don't
Roy.
even know if I need to hear anymore.
Well, Brooke needs to hear it.
I do.
She's
Yeah,
I
that's
want
invested.
to.
for Brooke now.
So
I am upset.
We sent, I know it's been a long time, but it would really mean a lot to me if you came to my birthday party next month.
Oh, no.
I would
Oh, no.
love to see you.
That's really sweet, Adam.
Oh.
The cat misses you.
I'd like him there. It's my birthday. It's a big
Aw.
one.
Okay,
Alright.
this is before we knew.
So Roy responded back saying, are you trolling me with this? Don't you remember the great birthday disaster?
What?
Oh, no, there's a birthday to
Oh,
this.
no.
Are you ever not joking?
You threw me that surprise birthday party but forgot to invite me. Or did you do it on purpose?
What?
What?
I came home and the party was done. All my friends had left. Then you showed me the pics on Instagram.
Oh, that's messed up.
What happened
dude.
there, Adam?
That's just mean.
Okay. I did a lot of work for it, and I went and I got the cake,
Oh, no.
and
Oh,
I
man.
did all the secret invites.
That's so messed up to me.
Set up the whole party, and it was an honest mistake. I just forgot the one thing.
Oh, wait.
The-
I regret.
Why wouldn't you
Forgot-
text him in the middle of the party and tell him to get over to the house?
We were having fun.
Oh.
I'm sure you left him a slice of cake for when he got home, right?
You know who'd like this?
Oh,
Roy.
Adam.
He would love this. Oh, anyway, what were we talking about?
Oh, yeah, Roy's birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, Adam.
I totally did not do it on purpose. I know that it sounds like I did.
Okay.
Sounds
And how
really
messed
bad.
up that all of his friends didn't stay and just wait for him to home.
It was a really good party that he
Oh
threw,
my God.
I feel
obviously.
like everyone's
Okay.
just playing with
So
the
it
cat.
sounds like Roy's not coming to Adam's birthday.
I don't
Well,
think
hold on.
so.
We have time for one more question
Do we,
here.
though? Do we need
This could salvage the entire friendship and
Maybe.
maybe even have him moving back in with you because
Adam, I hope you're learning something from this.
Adam wrote, "No matter what I did, do you think you could ever forgive me?"
Oh, God.
That's a
wow.
good statement.
Brooke doesn't
no
forgive
matter
you,
what
but
he
that
did,
There's no
doesn't matter.
apology in there, but you know.
That's
So-
true.
Well, the subtext is
Oh.
there's a question there of, do you forgive me? Will you come back to me and the cat?
Aw.
The cat you kind of stole and renamed and locked in your bedroom.
Yeah.
So
Ah,
he responded, "No."
Oh.
Dot, 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 dot. And I know all this would happen again if we hung out. You're way too immature and life's a big joke to you. Like every time you'd ask me to stop at the drive-thru on the way home and pick up food, then you'd call ahead and tell the workers I was a missing person. It got old.
That's amazing. That's the only funny one you did, bro.
He's laughing.
Really. They're like, oh my God, we found him.
That was funny though,
I mean-
and it was creative.
Even Brooke's laughing at that one.
See, you're like that 1 in every 20 is going to be actually good.
Brooke?
Yes,
You
that
forgive
one
Adam?
hit.
here's the thing, Adam. You've got to balance all this stuff with also some
Yeah.
meaningful relationship
Yes.
things.
I think it was balanced though.
I don't think it was.
I feel like Roy
It
lived with
wasn't.
no peace.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You just made his life living hell.
Yeah.
I'm willing to accept that he doesn't want to come back. I'll have to break it to the cat, and I don't know how the cat's going to take this.
Man.
You know, at the end of the day, the goal was to get some closure for you, Adam, about
got
what
it,
happened to your roommate. Do
Those
you
were
feel
some-
like you got it?
You know what? I did get closure. Life is a giant joke, and I thought Roy was a jokester with me, but apparently he's taking it all serious.
Oh.
Well,
You need to find the middle ground there, Adam.
Anyway, go ahead, Adam. Feel free to hop on Craigslist and get yourself a new roommate.
They have no idea what
Hopefully
they're
none of them
doing.
listen to this.
Yeah. Oh, no, hopefully they do. It's a warning.
And happy belated birthday to Roy, by the way.
Yeah,
Oh,
if
yeah.
you're listening.
Don't wish him happy birthday. He's not going to be there. It's my birthday.